somebody and you've made lots of deposits, or they've made lots of deposits with you, and they make a withdrawal. They let you down. Well, if you've still got a very solid, healthy, positive balance, it's not so hard to take. You still feel good about that person. Meanwhile, the person you're not getting along with, where you've got maybe an overdrawn account, they've made a lot of withdrawals and not put too many deposits in for you, and they take another withdrawal by letting you down, that is particularly irritating. That makes it really hard to forgive because you're already in a precarious situation with them emotionally. So the emotional bank account is just one way to think about keeping the morale meter high. It means that, first of all, it's really helpful at separating the person from the problem if you adopt a new language. When somebody offends you now, instead of saying, "You jerk, why would you say that to me?" You never know why they said what they said. They might have meant it as a nice way. And that's another thing about the emotional bank account. The receiver gets to decide if something is a positive or a negative, if it's a deposit or withdrawal. If I say to you something that I fully intend to be a joke, and I would only say to somebody who I like, and I were to go to you and say, "Hey, nice shirt," and I thought I was being sarcastic and collegial and friendly, if you received it as a negative, then it's a negative. It's a withdrawal. So the receiver decides whether something is a deposit or a withdrawal. And that's important to keep in mind too, because you can make withdrawals with people and never interact with them at all. You could have a dressing down of somebody in your office where you really tell them off and maybe act inappropriately, and you think you're having an exchange with one person, but everybody else who's watching you is deciding whether your interaction is appropriate or not. And if they think that you're acting inappropriately to anybody else, a colleague, a friend, or just a stranger, if they see it as a withdrawal, you've just made a big withdrawal with a bunch of people that you're not even talking to. So that's pretty important to think about how that emotional bank account works.